So it's 2018 and in my opinion the Nikon D5300 is still one of the best photography cameras out there for the entry level, around $500. But what's about YouTube? Is it any good for shooting YouTube videos? Let's find out. Roll the intro. Okay, I just forgot I got no intro, so guess we just have to continue. All right, first let's have a look at the hard facts. This camera is for the entry-level price segment around $500. It has a CMOS APS-C sensor. It shoots with 24 megapixels. It shoots video with Full HD with up to 60 frames per second. It has a fancy flip display, so it should be really good to film yourself. It has an external mic jack. I don't know if you can see this. To plug in some external microphones like a Rode VideoMic Pro, and it also has face recognition, face detection, you know what I mean. So on paper this camera is really good for vlogging and shooting videos, right? Well, on paper it is. There's just one tiny problem, and that's the Nikon autofocus. Hands down, it's just shit. I mean, like really. If you go to Canon or to Sony, they use something like a dual pixel technology which makes really smooth focus switching. So if your object changes, it comes after really smooth and you don't recognize the transition so much. But on the Nikon cameras, there is no such thing. The autofocus in live view is just crap. For real, it's just, I can hardly tell how crappy it is. It's always hunting for the object, it's always searching for something, and even if you set it right and are in focus, it just randomly disappears and thinks, ooh, there might something that I have missed. Maybe there's something other in focus on what was in focus the last 5 minutes. No, it won't hold that long. Let's not talk about it. Let's just say it's crap. Don't think about it. Don't film with autofocus on Nikon ever. Just don't do it. Unless they bring out a new autofocus system. But so far it's just, it hurts me. It hurts me really. Nevertheless, I think this camera is still useful for shooting YouTube videos. I mean, I do it myself. That's the only camera I own. Actually, I'm shooting right now on my smartphone, so I have no other camera than this. I just have to do it with this, and I think you can overcome the problem with the autofocus really nice. I think I forgot the thing that's needed for this, so just wait a minute. So the only thing you need to overcome the problem with the autofocus is something like this. It's a remote trigger. You put it on here, just plug it in, and then this little guy helps you to get the focus right. If you have plugged this in, all you have to do is set your camera up, put it on a tripod or whatever to film yourself, flip the screen, start the record button, wait until the face detection recognizes your face, and then just hit this bad boy, and it will focus on your face and stay there because it's a single autofocus. So you are then free to just talk the next 10 to 20 minutes, whatever your settings are. You can shoot 10 minutes with 60 frames per second or 20 minutes with 24 frames per second. And you're good to go. It's not so tragic that you don't have a nice working autofocus. If you just do talking head videos like this one, you should be fine. You really should be fine. I mean, this is my only camera and I'm doing a lot of photography stuff and it's a beast for photography. So, I mean, just head to my Instagram account. It's linked down in the description. It has done a pretty solid job so far. So if you already have a Nikon D5300, just stick to it and yeah, use the technique I just showed you and you should be fine if you're doing talking head videos like this. If you don't already have a Nikon D5300, there may be better options for you, especially when you plan to focus more on the YouTube side of things. There is, for example, a Canon 750D, which is probably pretty comparable to this camera. It also has a flip screen, it also has a Wi-Fi and all this stuff. It also has 24 megapixels, but it has the nice Canon dual pixel autofocus system, which is much smoother. I mean, like, there are worlds, there are universes between this. It's just way better than this one. Alternatively, there is the Canon Powershot G7X MII. This should be a really nice vlogging camera. The main downside to the J7X MII is that you don't have an external mic jack, so you have to record external audio with a lav mic and your phone or an external audio recorder. And another alternative is on the Sony side, the Sony Alpha 6000. All those cameras are around 500 bucks. I will link them down in the description so you can check them out. I haven't used any of these cameras. I just did my research and found them out because I'm just using this one. But yeah, they are all around the same price point and comparable, so I just thought to take them in this video so you have a bit of a better comparison. You can look for yourselves for further information on these cameras. Okay, so let's come to an end. I hope this video was a bit insightful for you and helped you to make a decision if to start a YouTube channel with a Nikon D5300 or not. If you're already using a Nikon D5300 for YouTube videos, I would also like to see you comment down below what your experiences are and how you overcome the problem with the shitty autofocus. Are you using the same technique as I am, or are you using another technique? If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. It actually makes me happy. I appreciate every single one of that thumbs. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I see you guys in the next videos. Have a good time.